heading to the gym, walk into Pure Gym, gonna get in a session there because of my routine. It's a lot better. I train here for a couple sessions because I literally do all my steps, like walking to and from the gym, and I have time to do cardio. Whereas training at Le Coach is a great gym, but it's like a 30-minute drive. So it's a lot easier because I can just get in and out, and for push, it doesn't really matter like what equipment I'm using. I can make it work. So yeah, heading there now, but it's quite funny because you saw my pre-workout meal. I feel like by the time I walk there, all the glycogen from that meal is going to leave me. And I'm going to be in a deficit. Well, I'm in a deficit, but I'm going to feel like I'm depleted of energy when I'm walking in the gym, which is fine. We got my pre-workout. So we've got about 16 grams of DFib, HR Labs DFib, which is the GOAT pre for me right now. You can get it at Insight Sups, PAL 10. So that with a pump product, drink that. I'll feel pretty stimmed from the caffeine. The pump stuff will help get a decent pump at this stage. I'm not too flat yet. And yeah, we'll get a good session in. But yeah, we're gonna walk to and from the gym, and then I'll probably be at like 11k steps. The goal is 12.5k, so I pretty much be there. Would have done cardio, all the boxes ticked off, and then I can get back on to my work stuff, consult calls, client check-ins, all that stuff again. So yeah, routine is key. I think routine is the most important thing as a bodybuilder. Like, finding a good gym is obviously so important, but when you're on prep and your sleep matters so much, maybe going to a lesser gym that allows for you to maximize your routine makes sense. So this gym's easier for me. I can still do some really good work, and I can get better sleep and manage my stress better because I have a bit more time in the day. So it works well for some of these sessions. I'm not going there for every session. I would never train legs there. But yeah, for push it works well. So yeah, we'll get in, have a decent session. Also guys, we are at Pure Gym, which is definitely one of the worst gyms in the UK. It's a very commercialized gym, and we're going to train there today. So I've changed up my routine a little bit on prep, and I'm training at this gym on some days because it makes it easier for me in terms of getting my steps in and my cardio because it's way more local. So it just suits my routine. But I think I thought it would be very insightful to show you guys what it's like for a pro natural bodybuilder or any bodybuilder that takes it very seriously, training in a gym like this that isn't very good, where the kit is limited. We're in for push, so it's not too bad. I don't think I would actually ever train legs here. I don't think I could bring myself to do that. But for push, you can make it work, and I will show you how you can make it work. And I'll give you my honest opinion of the gym, the environment, my experience of it. I actually used to train here back in the day, a long time ago, so I am fairly familiar with it. I know what it's like. I know what I'm getting myself into. But it's going to be a good session. We're digging hard, deep into prep. And right now, efficiency is everything. Like an efficient session, training hard, doing the work I need to do, get my steps cardio boxed off nicely so I can unwind and relax. But yeah, honest opinions to come. Bodybuilder trains in a commercial gym. Let's find out what I think. It's going to be interesting. Let's do it. Okay, so we're in here. I feel like it's not very normal to film in a gym, is it? Like my gym is normal, this gym is not, so I'm probably going to get some funny looks. First impressions are the music sucks, but we knew that was going to be the case. That's fine. I wear my headphones anyway, so that doesn't matter. I'm just trying to see what machines to use. I have a rough idea of the session and what I'm going to do. And I actually don't think it's going to be too bad at all, really. But these plate loading machines aren't actually that bad. So we'll probably put one of them in. The thing that I like is I don't know anyone here, so I can just get in and out and just not be distracted, because otherwise I just end up talking to people too much, and it just prolongs the session way longer than it needs to be. So I'm straight into it really. I'm going to get straight into it, be as productive as I can, headphones in, switch on, let's do it. No log booking, just train hard. So we're digging pretty hard. I'm on 75 grams of carbs today, and we walked all the way here, which is like a 20-minute walk. So I feel the energy's already depleted from me. But this is where I just lock in and just experience feeling fucks in the gym. Like, just hold on to that feeling, like embrace it. Like, you gotta actually kind of learn to enjoy that feeling in prep, genuinely. So I like to have more of my carbohydrates and food later in the day when I've got my son, or like close to sleep, just having more fats there. So the food isn't that high until then. So right now I do feel it, but having a high amount of caffeine and just getting very stimmed is the plan right now to push through. So yeah, just getting locked in, embracing the feeling that I feel right now, which is just a sign that we're pursuing a lot of fat loss and good things are to come with the look. So I've only got one cuff. It's quite crazy that, but I always rely on the coach to supply the cuffs. But that's fine, we're just going to do single arm cuff lateral raises today. And instead of doing like 3 sets or something and then 3 sets of a different lateral raise, I'm just going to do 6 in a row. The only reason why that variance is useful is the differences in resistance profiles, realistically. So what I'm going to do is just do all my lateral work at the front of the session. From a physique perspective for me, more width is definitely the goal. Like, I just need more width. That's 100%. I've got the depth, I've got the thickness. In the hip most muscular, I've got the bubbiness. I just want the width in the front relaxed, front lat spread. So it actually makes a lot of sense for me to do all of the lateral work at the start, which is what we're going to do. So I'm going to smash out 6 sets of lateral raises now, single arm, just get it boxed off, get it done, and I'll change the level of the cable to change the resistance profile. So we'll make it a bit more short and bias at the start, it'll be lower, and then as I get through it, I'll increase the height, make it more hip level to make it more length and bias. There's a little bit more of a drop off as my medial delts get more fatigued. It doesn't matter that I'm doing 6 sets in a row, because I'm changing the resistance profile to suit the fact that I am getting a little bit more tired. So. So I've got a bit of a system on the setup because I'm doing all my lateral work at the front, 6 sets per side. It's a lot of sets, 12 sets. But what I'm doing is I started with the cable quite low. As I said, I'm going to change it up with the resistance, but I'm literally going up 1 level per 2 sets. So it's slowly getting more length and bias, and I can get into the shortened position a little bit easier. And as a result, what I'm doing is, so I started on, I think 18, and I did 14, and then I did 14, then 9, now I'm going to do 9, then 1 less again. So it's like going lighter, 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 lighter. But the reps are actually going up a bit each set because of the fact that it's dropping off into the short, so I can keep that quality high. So the strength's kind of still staying there. So it's just a good way of like maintaining performance when you do get more fatigued, because the reality is when you're in prep, the degree of which that changes in terms of your ability to fight the short, it changes more. Like you'll notice as you go through a session, your ability to get the muscles shortened and fully contracted is way harder when you're in a deficit than in the surplus, because you just have limited energy, and when that energy goes, you just can't do it anymore. So if you're smart with resistance profiles, you can retain performance really, really well. You just have to be strategic and think about it a little bit more. Right, this is the moment of truth. What's the shoulder press like? It feels very externally rotated. I don't know. I don't know, this isn't feeling good. Oh my God. I think the seat needs to go up. Oh, okay, we've got to hold it there. It's not bad. It's very overhead. That's bad. Right, so that machine ain't too bad if you go neutral grip. So it'll be alright, but the one thing I do not like is the lack of plates. Like there's so many people in this gym and I can only find 2 20s. Like what the fuck? So yeah, if you're strong, I'm not even saying I'm strong right now because I'm not, but like if I was like peak bulk, I would struggle. Not enough plates. Not bad. No idea what weight to do. I'm probably just gonna do 3 plates. Maybe that's too heavy. When you've never used a machine before, it's best to like side with caution more than full sending it. Because if I do a lighter set, then I can always go heavier next set. Just can't help the temptation. I'm like, I'll just do 3 plates. We'll do a warm on 2.5, and then I'll decide. It's one of those machines that's like, it feels light, and then I reckon it's just going to get really heavy out of nowhere. Fuck it, we'll do 3 plates. We'll do 3 plates. Oof. 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 Just want the grip to be here. Just there would be great. Fucking hands are slipping off, but it was alright. Just lost stability from hand was slipping. I'll go a little bit lighter just so it doesn't matter as much. Right, so we're going on to pec fly. Let's do 1 set. Just getting blood on my chest, like doing a high rep set, and then we'll go into the chest press. So yeah, I'm not too worried about going heavy on this. Just literally if it's 20 reps, then that's good, because it's just, I'm trying to get my chest as warm as possible before I go in the machine press. Just so I can contract my chest really well on the machine press. I find it helps me a lot when I'm dieting and I'm a little bit flatter as well, just feeding my chest as much as possible, because it's an area that does go flat a bit more than other areas for me. So if you do find like your connection with your chest isn't the best, or you're quite front delt dominant, which I 100% am, because if you look at me when I was training when I was 16, 17 years old in this gym, I had no chest and all delt. Just used to do loads of flat bench. So doing stuff like this before pressing really helps me. Fuck. You know what? I hope Nathaniel wasn't watching this, but this pec fly is nicer than the one of the coach, definitely. It drops off a lot in the short, which is perfect for a pec fly like this, because it's so hard to get your muscle contracted. So the fact that it drops off a lot, I can just feel it really nicely, squeeze hard and hold it there. And I've got no shoulder issues. Sometimes I get like a little bit of shoulder pain on the other one. So yeah, good gym. Fair play. You've actually won on the pec fly department, but maybe not the other stuff. Alright, I don't have high hopes for this one, but I just want a pin loaded chest press where I can just focus on contracting my chest as well as possible. I don't know. Oh, let's see. It's not too bad. That's actually quite good. The only problem is like, I don't know where the fuck to put my feet. Can I go like that? Oh, that works. I think I've been slating Pure Gym for no need. Maybe it's because when I used to train here, I had no fucking clue of machines anyway, so I never used them. I just assumed they were bad. But that's actually a nice conversion chest press. Like, yeah. If that had a Prime sticker on it and it was a new machine, I'd probably be like, oh, it's really good. But because Matrix, you just assume it's bad, but that actually is really nice. Yeah. Oh, it's a bit wobbly. A little bit wobbly when you get failure, but it's nice, it's not bad. It does the job. I think a lot of these things are just, I'd run into problems if I tried to progress them in a bulk, but for just like retaining and just doing the same work and just getting good quality sets done, it's fine. So the biggest issue of this gym is the waiting time for machines, because it's like, it's not normal in a gym like this to go up to people and be like, hey mate, just wondering, you got me all sets, can I jump in? I'll be like, what? And a lot of people do like 10 sets per exercise, so they just sit on the same thing all day. But we're waiting for the cable fly. The thing is, because this session's been so efficient, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't mind waiting a sec. But yeah, just patiently waiting, because these gyms get so busy. This is like quite a quiet time, and there's so many people in here. It's probably like 4 times the amount of people that would be in the coach right now. But so far it's been a pretty quick session, so I don't mind. But yeah, that's the downfall, is the waiting times are going to be pretty long, especially if you come at peak times and you're busy. I really would recommend just joining a bodybuilding gym, because they don't get as busy, and people will understand if you ask to swap in with them. Keep going. Come on. And again, push, come on. Alan, push. Oh. Nice. It's a prime example of picking a movement that you get limited by stability over your actual muscle, because I felt strong, but then my body was like, oh, flying all around the shop. but I don't need to be going to complete failure. So I was alright with that. I felt pretty strong, like 2 plates moving like that at this point, no elbow wraps, at a light body weight of 74 kilos. Not too bad. At the back end of the session, pleasantly surprised, not too bad. We've got single arm push down, and then tricep machine extension. But I'll see how the machine actually feels. If it's shit, I'll just do cables. So we just tried to use the tricep extension machine, but I was walking up to it and I was looking at it, I was like, this isn't going to work because there's no back support. So obviously you need back support for stability. Like if you're strong for your triceps and you're trying to drive a lot of force, it's just, if there's no back support, my body weight is just moving up and I can't get locked in and I cannot go heavy enough to actually load up my triceps. So a much better setup, something where the upper arm is literally over the head, behind the body. This is going to hold me in place because it's putting me back, and then I can just stay in that position and I can do slightly higher reps if stability is a problem, but it won't be. And if it is a problem, I'll just do single arm like I usually do. But yeah, I wouldn't use a machine tricep extension unless you have a back support basically. Oh, that's good. Stretch is very good on that. Good swap. Final set of the day, and we did it. We completed a push session in Pure Gym with 0 issues really. I'm trying to think like what the main problem was. People, yeah, being a bit busy, and the shoulder press grips. Other than that, it's actually been alright, you know, so. Might become a regular. I'm not a bodybuilder anymore, clearly. Oh, fuck. Oh. Alright, so my thoughts on Pure Gym for push. To be honest, it's actually fairly decent. It did the job, like it was okay-ish and good enough for a push day. I think what I would know would be a problem in there would be trying to train legs, but trying to do like variation. So like trying to do different exercises through like an A and B rotation of workouts would be quite problematic because there's just not enough variation of kit. Like there's one chest supported row machine. You'd have to probably do like an incline chest supported dumbbell row for back. For legs, there's only one leg press. There's no squat machine in there. But for push, it was fine. And I could probably alternate between different presses and different push days, no problem. So yeah, did the job. And honestly, like sometimes you gotta just take a step back and think like, how can I improve? You know, always find ways to improve. And right now that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to think, how can I maximize my routine so I can get better sleep, manage my stress better, and keep sessions productive. I'm basically at 10k steps. It's 3 p.m. I've done 30 minutes of CV and I've trained. I'm going to go home now and I'm going to do my consult calls with inquiries, finish my client check-ins and be done by, 6 p.m. and then I can just switch off. Whereas in the past I was switching off like 8 p.m. So it's much better, much better. But yeah, it was decent, good enough. I wouldn't be able to train all the time. It's so busy. It's a bit of a struggle. And honestly, like, it's funny because commercial gyms you think are better for people that are not bodybuilders, people that are new to training. But honestly, it's worse. I'll tell you why it's worse. It's so busy, so you've got to like ask people for machines all the time, which if you're not confident to do, you're going to struggle. And if you're new to a gym, you're not going to want to do that. And secondly, it's full of people that just aren't that invested in their workouts. So what I notice is people just fucking look around. They're too distracted. There's people like staring at me. That would never happen at the coach. No one stares at me in the gym. Everyone's so into their workouts. They've got such a clear goal for themselves. They're not interested in other people. And they support one another. And it's just a bit of a nicer vibe in that sense. Whereas when you go to these commercial gyms, they're genuinely more intimidating because it's full of people that just stare at you. And especially if you're like, for women, like, if you feel uncomfortable with men looking at you and stuff, those are the gyms where you're going to get that. You're not going to get that in a more aggressive bodybuilding gym where everyone's grunting and making lots of noise. It's because they actually care about their training and they're training hard. So if you are new to training or you're a bit nervous when you go into the gym, I guarantee you, find a gym where people are more serious about their goals. I promise you, once you get used to it, you will be so much more comfortable there and you'll have better machines. But yeah, like for me right now, this just suits my routine. No problems, so it makes sense. But yeah, I think these gyms, for the price they charge, like they're not bad. But for if you want to build big legs and you want to bring up your weak points, like maybe your back, sometimes you got to maybe find a slightly better gym. But for me right now, it fits the goal right now. So yeah, I mean, if I didn't want to have 2 memberships, I definitely wouldn't be going there. Because I have a membership at the coach and there right now, which is fine. I'm a professional bodybuilder, it's worth it. So yeah, my thoughts on Pure Gym, commercial gym, was an alright workout to be honest. I didn't have a mental breakdown on prep, 3.5 weeks out, so that's a win. But yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you enjoyed that. And we'll see you in maybe another different type of video very soon. Catch you soon.